Hello everybody, welcome to Healthcare Sucks Plus. Today we're going to deal with, this gentleman and what's going on here. And I want you to listen to this before I add what's really going on behind the curtain, I believe. Listen to Giuliani here. Listen good.
The last two are no excuse. Whether he's a substitute or not, he has eyes. Epstein was not a tough guy to contain. I mean, if you saw him taking a sheet, anybody of reasonable build or courage could take him down, and he could call for help right away. So whether he was a substitute or not, who cares? That's silly. They were overworked. Okay, but this is the prime target prisoner in that prison. Name the one that's in more jeopardy than this guy. And okay, we don't have great sympathy for him because he's a sexual predator, allegedly. But the guy would have been a treasure trove of very important, valuable information about the truth or the falsity. And I happen to believe there's both.
Treasure trove. In other words, he knew so much stuff, and we all know this to be true. And he had so much on everybody that either, bottom line, it was a fake death and they moved him somewhere, period. Because he was too valuable. Or somebody took him out. There's no way this could have happened. You listen to Giuliani talk about this.
These stories that are coming out, there are people that are probably named that did it, and there are people that are probably named that are being horribly defamed. Only he knows it. And he's the kind of guy where you probably couldn't let him out of jail, or maybe you could give him a little light at the end of the tunnel. But maybe you could appeal to his making it right by telling the truth. Who knows?
You make sure he lives. July 23rd was the incident where he was found in his cell. He either tried to harm himself, or as you point out, perhaps the cellmate was in it to harm him. He was taken off suicide watch a week later, so that's August 1st. He's found dead in his cell on August 10th.
I also don't understand. I never heard of the policy you're only on suicide watch for a week. You're on suicide watch for as long as you have the conditions that indicate you might commit suicide. The conditions yesterday or the day before were no different than the day that he attempted suicide, meaning he was in prison. He was looking at a life in prison. He was looking at going from this prison to probably even more rigid conditions of confinement. Tough guy to go to a prison, right? You send this guy into a prison population, they're going to, you know what's going to happen to him, right? So what is he going to do? He's either going to get a terrible death in prison, or he's going to be locked up in solitary confinement for the rest of his life. But that condition remained on the day that they took off the suicide watch. Are they crazy?
With regard to,
you got to be nuts.
With suicide watch is a conversation. I have a conversation with you. I want to gauge your mental state. That's what they are charged with doing inside this jail. So they clearly had conversations with him and his lawyers, likely, over a period of 10 days, and said it's okay to go ahead and take you off watch.
10 days?
I understand suicide watch.
So they knew, bottom line, this guy, definitely a billionaire, is not on, or not going to kill himself. He's not going to off himself. He's definitely not going to off himself with a bed sheet or by hanging. This is the kind of guy that's even too afraid to put a bullet in his brain. Come on, guys. There's no way. And I want to tell you something. For all of us truthers out there and people who are keeping an eye on this, do not let this go. We need to keep on this. I mean, from here on out to the end of days, we need to keep on this. I know it's going to be a challenge, but I'm calling for everybody who's a truther or just your person who watches videos. Report what you find. My email will be there. I'll be happy to post it for you if you don't have a site. Send it to me. And we're going to watch some more of this. This gets deeper. I mean, Giuliani was in charge of New York. He was in charge of the penitentiary, the bureau, for a while. This guy knows exactly what kind of hoo-ha this is.
The sheets you were given are made of paper. Is that true?
That is true, yes.
Okay, and he hung himself with a bed sheet.
Right. He never should have had bed sheets. But we can go beyond that. His room should have been guarded because there was every possibility some prisoner that got loose would get in there and stab him, kill him, choke him, make it look like he was hung. The desire to kill him in that prison was very high. He was the guy they most wanted to kill in that prison. Of all the prisoners there, he's the guy, one of those prisoners would love to kill just to have that on his creds. And probably nobody would turn him in if he did it. So he would feel a certain sense of protection. You got to understand a prison. Of course they understand it. The people running that understand it. It would be very hard for me to understand the explanation as to why this man wasn't watched 24 hours a day.
3 more questions quickly. Could it be simple negligence?
Yes, it could be simple negligence.
Do you believe that Epstein killed Epstein?
I don't know. I think I have to step back and say I don't know what to believe. I think the Attorney General gives me great confidence that there's going to be one heck of an investigation. That guy is tough as nails. And that's the saving grace here. Because this has to come all out. Whatever it is, all the facts have to come out. Otherwise, these conspiracy theories are going to run wild.
And you were cautious on that yesterday.
I am. I'm very cautious.
You made a public statement on Twitter. You said, let's hold your fire and let's wait for the facts.
I think it's ridiculous to start speculating that this person had a motive and that person had a motive and that. Everybody has motives. That doesn't mean they would participate in the killing. That's ridiculous to try to extrapolate.
And we all know the people that had motives were very dangerous. Some of those people start with the letter C. Entons. And have a huge history of anybody who stood up against them have disappeared in the past. Some other ones to name were called Chiles. And I'm saying that, so I hope this stays on for a few minutes so you guys get to listen to this whole broadcast. If you guys want more information, contact me. My email will be in here. And I can send you some more information, or you can send information to me. But I'm telling you right now, no way. No way. This needs to be held to the fire till we get to the bottom of this. I don't care what they tell us. There's no way this happened. No way. Here's a few more minutes.
Like that. The fact is, the man was found in his cell. It now looks like something was put around his neck, either by him or someone else, and he was hung. Now we got to take the next step. There are 3 possibilities, right? He hung himself. A prisoner, just for that. What happens in prison killed him, because he's the kind of guy they kill in prison. Or number 3, somebody from the outside organized this. And the guards either did it negligently, or we could have an Abe Rellis situation.
When do you believe we get those answers? When is that?
Probably going to take a couple of weeks. It's a tough investigation, but a short one. It's nothing like the other investigation he's conducting of interference in the election, which has many pieces to it. One place, small real estate, a lot of big questions.
Only a few players.
Abe Rellis was the guy that jumped out of the window of I think it was the Blue Moon Hotel in Staten Island the night before he was going to testify against Al Anastasia, and the 2 police officers weren't watching. And then there was a headline that said, "The canary can sing, but he can't fly."
Thank you, Mayor. Rudy Giuliani, we'll wait for
history.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Do you hear that, guys? You know, with all humor aside, that's exactly the truth. You know, what he just talked about with the guards stepped aside during that Blue Moon incident. Yeah, we know how he fell out the window. He was pushed. Come on. We know that there's no way in heck a billionaire has the courage to throw that around his neck and do himself. No way. Now, I have to be honest with you. I'm severely leaning towards he was involved somehow with the 3-letter agencies, I believe. And I think they moved him out. And I'm going to tell you where I think he's at. Straight out, guys. Not underground. He's in Antarctica. They have some secret places up there we all know about. And I've been doing research, and it's leading towards, that's where they take people when they want them to disappear permanent, guys. You know, and they probably offered him, either you go there and you disappear, or you get what happened to Ledge in this. So with that, this is Healthcare Sucks saying, Yeah, the penitentiary system, the whole system sucks. And of course, healthcare sucks. Over and out. Have a great day. Send me any information you got. I'll run with it, guys. Bye.